So in this deck, WitherBloom Sword, we have the whole concept of using the Magecraft triggers from Sedgemoor Witch and Professor Onyx. Thanks to the new card Kura, the Boundless Sky, we found a new target that actually works really well with the deck idea. With Kura, the Boundless Sky, you have a 5-mana 4/4 flying with Death Touch. That when it dies, you get to choose one. You either get to add 3 lands. Nope, this isn't basic lands, it's any lands. Reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle. Now, granted, we don't have any like crazy lands that we're going to be able to search with that. We're mainly using it for the second function to get the XX green spirit creature token with power and toughness equal number of lands you control. Now, this is a power and toughness that's set the moment it enters the battlefield, and this one doesn't fluctuate when you bring more lands into play. So that's something important to make note of. The reason why we like Kura so much in this is it works really well with our cards like Tend the Pests, and also with other spells like Plumb the Forbidden and Deadly Dispute. Because, let's be honest, when we put Kura on the board, it's either going to die as a creature that trades off because of its Death Touch, or our opponent's going to try to remove it, and we want to be able to maybe sacrifice it so that way it's not getting exiled, because exile is so prevalent right now. And with our 11 spells of sacrifice, we should be able to get value out of this card. To further take on the advantage of the idea that we are going with the Magecraft triggering for the Storm part of the deck, the goal is that we sacrifice the land token that comes from Kura here to Tend the Pests, or even the what is the other main target is the Daemogoth Woe-Eater. By sacrificing Daemogoth Woe-Eater, you make your opponent discard a card, you draw a card, you gain 2 life. But sacrificing it to Tend the Pests will also give you 7 1/1 tokens. So it actually works really well with this. The other reason why Daemogoth Woe-Eater kind of works in our deck, even though it has the downside that we at the beginning of our upkeep we must sacrifice a creature, we do generate ourselves a lot of pest tokens from Tend the Pests, hunt for specimens, Sedgemoor Witch triggers, and we also have these little 1-drops in here that are perfect targets for sacrifice to the Woe-Eater. So you can still just play a 4-drop 7/6 body. That's pretty good size for how fast you can play it. I got a little distracted there. The main goal of being able to sacrifice these large bodies to Tend the Pest is we get all these little 1/1 pest tokens. Then we can use Plumb the Forbidden here. So as additional cost to play this spell, you must sacrifice 1 or more creatures. When you do, you copy the spell for each creature that sacrifices with. This means that even if this spell is counterspelled, it's a cast trigger, so you get all the triggers still going on. And all these triggers will give us a ton of life drain thanks to Professor Onyx, or give us a ton of the little 1/1 pest tokens thanks to Sedgemoor Witch. So we also get not only the ability to sacrifice all these little tokens that when they die we get a gain life, because that's how pest token works, to offset the life loss we will get from drawing these cards, but we'll just get a huge hand of cards again. And if we do have Sedgemoor Witch on the board to generate all those little 1/1s, we can always just Meathook Massacre and just pop off our board and just drain the opponent for a lot of life. So, multiple ways on how we can win this deck. I really like how it works. The sideboard is actually set up for a best of 3 if you want, but the main goal is we have Environmental Sciences, Necrotic Fumes, Containment Breach, and Pest Summonings as our best of 1 cards. The reason why these are our best of 1 cards is instead of bringing Mascot Exhibition down here, sorry, the things being a little finicky here. Mascot Exhibition is a great card, and I think it's good for the best of 3 scenario. But in the best of 1, since we're limited to only 7 cards, I believe that these are the more important cards to grab. The reason why Containment Breach I have as a 2 of instead of just a 1 of is because of how popular the enchantment decks are right now. And I do definitely believe that this is a must if you're going to use this in a competitive sense. Now granted, this is only an uncommon card, so this isn't anything big. Actually, all of these are commons and uncommons, so this part of the deck is easy to get. Mascot Exhibition, I don't feel it's necessary, but it is a good card. So that's the general gist of the deck. We'll go ahead and hop into some games with this one first, and we'll see how well it does. Okay, off the open, this isn't an amazing hand, but if we need to, we can always use Tend the Pests to sacrifice the Eyetwitch to find ourselves Environmental Science to give us land drops. But I think it's better to mulligan this. Even though we don't have the early creatures, I think this is a better hand. We'll keep it. We'll actually put Deadly Dispute on bottom. The reason why I put Deadly Dispute on bottom instead of like Plumb the Forbidden or Tend the Pests is because one, Tend the Pests is great with the Woe-Eater, and Plumb the Forbidden can be played even without a creature on board to sacrifice. Alright, so we're against, I guess, a mono black deck. I'm not entirely sure what the opponent's doing so far. We'll just continue to land pass here. We do have the ability to play Binding of the Old Gods next turn to pop off anything our opponent might be doing. And I do believe we will kill the Binding Palm Ninja. We don't want to let that hit us. The main reason we don't want Binding Palm Ninja to hit us is its trigger on dealing combat damage to a player is it can remove the menace counter on it, and it'll be able to exile a card from our hand. Partially because I'm a little worried the opponent... Oh, that's what red. I forgot I need to put the black-green land back in the deck. I forgot to update that. So I'm going to make a quick deck adjustment after this game to put the snow land back in the deck. By the way, if you're wondering why I made sure to kill the raid, is because I think they might have another Binding Palm in hand. And that was to prevent the opponent from getting the hit through. I will play our Eyetwitch. And we'll bring out the Woe-Eater as well. Oh wait, I forgot. Woe-Eater actually requires a black in the symbol. I was thinking it had multiple of the hybrid costs, so we would have been able to get away with not needing to play it for the black there. Being pinched on black is really hurting us, and we shouldn't have been pinched on black because of the Binding the Old Gods, but I forgot to put the snow land in the deck, so I need to update the deck. I accidentally put the Gain Life land in. Alright, we're going to use Deadly Dispute. Well, actually, when we first attack it, we're going to use the Deadly Dispute, sacrifice our Eyetwitch, grab Containment Breach, and we're going to kill off the enchantment creature there, and we'll just pass it back. Okay, Trespasser on board, we can sweep it up with Meathook Massacre. The reason why I don't want to use Professor Onyx is because Professor Onyx will just simply get killed by the Eye Tyrant being activated. Let's see. We Deadly Dispute here. We still have enough mana that we can still play Meathook Massacre. I'd like to be able to try to find ourselves a black source. We do find a black source. 1, 2, 3. And we'll actually play the Hunt for Specimens here. Not because I'm worried about taking damage from that attack there, but I'm just going with the idea I want to get more black sources to hand. I wonder what the opponents has in hand that they're just not playing. I guess it's just all removal. see. Play our environmental sciences first. Get ourselves a swamp. Play our land. Bring out the Woe-Eater. And we're going to just pass the turn. Yep. Opponent couldn't resist, so we're going to sacrifice this in response. This is going to make the opponent discard a card, and we're going to get a ton of tokens. So, even if the opponent uses the Meathook Massacre and sweeps up to our board, we'll at least still gain a bunch of life from this. It is a shame that the opponent had the Meathook, because we actually had the Professor Onyx Plumb the Forbidden combo in hand. With that many tokens on board, that would have been lethal. But now we're not in, like, any worry on life total from this Eye Tyrant finishing this off anytime soon. Let's see. From these cards, I'm gonna grab Eyetwitch. We'll play Hunt for Specimens. We'll grab another Containment Breach. That way we can remove their Meathook Massacre. Alright, opponent with the Soul Shatter does answer our Professor Onyx. They're going to attack and get rid of Professor Onyx from our graveyard, because they're worried we'll bring it back. Alright, let's go ahead and hit this with the Containment Breach. We'll hunt for some more Specimens, and we'll grab a Necrotic Fumes. We're grabbing the Necrotic Fumes just in case our opponent has another answer to the board state here. Not actually an answer from the board state, but brings out a Planeswalker of their own. But it's just another Reckoner raid, which we're not too worried about. Bring out the Professor. Opponent might just scoop up. Oh, Tend the Pests. This is what we want. For this turn, we'll just only attack him with Eyetwitch. We're leaving 3 creatures back as blockers just to make sure they can't get at our Professor Onyx. Because next turn we actually do have a way to kill them. I think we might be short a land, but let's see. No, we have just enough lands. So we Tend the Pests. We don't even have to attack it. This is how crazy the amount of damage we're going to do in just a moment. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm not even going to sacrifice Eyetwitch just so we don't have to deal with its trigger. But all of this damage, we have made it so the opponent's going to lose so much. And this would be like, let's see. Because the Meathook Massacre, we sacrifice 10 creatures. That's 10 life right there. Then Professor Onyx is going to have 11 triggers. So that's another 22 damage. So we did 32 damage in that turn. I think this is actually a pretty good hand to keep. I don't think it's amazing because we're lacking some of the sacrifice cards, but I can't really complain about the hand overall. Yeah, I've never seen anyone play this card. I mean, like, it'd been fringe deck play, and now I'm just seeing it all over the place. So something must have shifted in the meta. Alright, so black-red enchantments is basically what this is looking like. We're just going to run out the Sedgemoor Witch. I know we're making it susceptible to removal, but the opponent's likely going to be running really fast, and getting Sedgemoor Witch down early, if we can draw the payoffs for it, will be great. We're just kind of forcing the opponent to have the answer for it. The opponent has Detsu in their deck, so that actually is the answer to Sedgemoor Witch. But we'll grab Hunt for Specimens, and we'll go for a Containment Breach. And we'll attack it. Next turn, we can use Containment Breach to destroy any of the enchantments. And I think we'll probably just hit the Warlock class. I mean, actually, I think we might want to get rid of the etchings there, but we'll just take the hit. We're actually at a point where we can erase the opponent. Alright. Because our creatures died to Meathook and not to damage, we do get death triggers. And we'll just grab another Containment Breach. We'll bring out Kura. Alright, put it with a Roiling Vortex. Let's just go ahead and get rid of Meathook Massacre. They let us play land, so we'll get the large token. And we'll get rid of the Roiling Vortex as well. The reason why I've got rid of the Roiling Vortex is it does prevent us from gaining life if they pay red mana. What do you do again? Whenever this creature attacks, create a treasure token. Okay. Bring out another Kura. We'll attack in with the 6/6. We'll leave the 1/1s behind because they can't really get in for anything. Alright, opponent discards another Meathook Massacre. We'll double block it. So, opponent can Meathook for 4 and kill Kura again, but we'll just have two 6/6 monsters here. Alright. And we'll just put Meathook here for 0. So now if the opponent actually does anything to kill these during their turn, they'll just lose the game. And actually go to kill 1, we can let the death trigger stack in a way that will still end up being in favored. Alright. So that actually lets the opponent still live for now. We have to attack in. We have to pressure the opponent here. Alright, they keep Kemi because Kemi's got the cast trigger to drain his life. The opponent's going to gain life before we get to make them lose life because it's our turn. Doesn't this destroy? Yeah, this destroys, so good game, opponent. You have just killed yourself. Oh no, they'll actually survive this. Let's actually Deadly Dispute here. Let's see, use the... another Deadly Dispute. And we'll Deadly Dispute the treasure token because the treasure tokens are going to be destroyed by this anyways. I was thinking it's like, oh, we'll kill the opponent, but I forgot Kemi's 1 life drain from the cast trigger. Oh wait, no, I could have still killed them. I should have put it on full control mode. But that is a pun. So how I could have killed the opponent is I could have full control mode. Kemi wouldn't be able to get the trigger. Sacrifice our creature. Meathook triggers go on the stack. Resolve Meathook trigger ours. Before theirs resolves, has to sacrifice the other one, and then that would have killed them. So we did punt. We did miss the lethal. We'll grab Binding the Old Gods. Play Hunt for Specimens, and we should have the kill next turn. My opponent has scooped it up, yeah. Well, this is kind of an awkward hand because these will come into play tap, so we won't be able to play very quickly, but we have a fairly good hand of payoffs come turn 3. If we draw an untapped land, preferably black would be great, but alright, we'll still play the green. This will come and play untapped next turn anyways. We'll go for Eyetwitch. Leading with Eyetwitch just because I'd rather be able to sacrifice Shambling Ghast Deadly Dispute. If they brought in Circle of Confinement or similar cards, I wouldn't have been able to sacrifice because of how our mana ended out. Alright, we'll just bring up the Ghast, and we're going to pass the turn. We're probably going to go ahead and use Hunt for Specimens to get a Artifact Enchantment Destruction with Containment Breach. Yeah, we're not going to let you have that, opponent. This goes away. Unfortunately, we missed a land. So instead of doing the Containment Breach like I wanted, we're going to grab Sciences. And I guess we may as well just use the Sciences right now. We're trading off the temporary mana of Treasure just to get the guaranteed land right now. We'll get Eyetwitch on board. Alright, put it with another Luminarch Aspirant and another Circle of Confinement. Get rid of Eyetwitch. We'll just Meathook the board here. Because we can't let Luminarch Aspirant just spin out of control. We are in a problem where we're pinched on mana. During our turn, though, we can play the Woe-Eater as a big blocker. And even though we'll have to sacrifice it on our upkeep, we'll be able to make the opponent discard a card, we'll gain some life, and get a draw out of it. So, it's not the worst play. Opponent does probably running things like Angel Fire Ignition in their deck. So, they can still use that on their Stormseeker. A Brutal Cathar, okay. Use Binding the Old Gods. We will kill the Brutal Cathar. With Old Gods now, we have the ability to get the land that will make sure that we can hit Professor Onyx. Not next turn, but the turn after. Looks like the opponent was thinking about animating their land, but they're still a mana short from activating. It costs 5 to activate. Alright, Adeline comes to the board. They're not going to attack. It'd be foolish of them to do it. I did set a stop on our upkeep, so that way we sacrifice the Plumb the Forbidden. Because I didn't feel it was necessary. Geez, opponent with all of those annoying circle confinements there. Alright, we'll bring Kura to the board. Kura being our flying Death Toucher. We'll be able to see some good value from this. And it brings out the Aspirant. We would definitely not be opposed to getting another Meathook off top. Alright, with the opponent choosing to do that, attacking in, we could block with Kura. Kura will trade against it because of the Death Touch, even with it having the 4, and we'll get the huge token. I think that's fine. The only drawback is if the opponent has their 4th Circle of Confinement. Like, what's the odds they have, you know, all 4 of them, right? Yeah, we just have the land. Let's see. If we bring up Professor Onyx, we can use the minus. Kills off Adeline. But they can just fly in, kill Professor Onyx, because we're short 1 mana for playing Eyetwitch as well. I think what we do is we'll play the Woe-Eater. We'll bring out Eyetwitch. And we attack in with the big 6/6 body. The opponent will not attack in with the giant blocker here, I don't think. And with Eyetwitch being sacrificed, we'll be able to attack in against these. We'll be able to destroy these circle confinements. We'll just take the 3 in there, because we're just going to sacrifice it to the Woe-Eater. Alright, get the Containment Breach. Now the opponent's going to have to do some jump blocking here. This is lethal coming at them. And actually, we have lethal in general, because we just sacrifice all of these now, and Meathook Massacre finishes them off. If they didn't block both our creatures, they died to that. They had to block both, but they were taking the safer play of needing still some threats to try to kill us. So I don't blame the opponent for doing what they did. Off the opener, man, again, we have the combo, so I think we have to just keep. We just have to hope that this Eyetwitch manages to do good stuff for us here. We may have to just sacrifice this to a Plumb the Forbidden. And if that's the case, it's not the end of the world. Alright, so white, blue, and they're playing spirit stuff. Are they full all in on that, or are they something else? Alright, we're going to sacrifice Eyetwitch to do some drawing. Need to make sure we hit our lands, and with the... Oh, white, blue, green. Alright. So this is probably a white, blue, green enchantment deck. Yep. I think we have to grab ourselves a Containment Breach. But we're in such a need for lands, we're going to have to forego it. Well, there's one land. I can't take the risk of not drawing the lands. Alright, let's go... Environmental Sciences, We'll grab ourselves another swamp. We'll play the Woodland Chasm for our land for the turn, since we don't have a 1-drop. I understand we have to discard here. I actually should have just played Sedgemoor Witch. We'll actually discard the land. I made a mistake. I should have just played Sedgemoor Witch. Yeah, everything the opponent has done just says more of, I could have just played Sedgemoor Witch. That was a misplay. Oh well. We'll be able to Meathook here for 2. This will kill their whole board. Even though they say 3, this is 3/3, it's going to shrink the moment that goes away. Alright, we'll bring Kura to the board. Alright, put it with a wedding announcement. Very popular card. We're just going to slam Professor Onyx and go for the plus here. Take the Massacre, just it helps us sweep up again. We're gonna say no attacks. The reason why I'm saying no attacks is they have the ability to do enough damage that would kill Professor Onyx if I attacked in. Alright, let's plus first. See, what card do we want here? I actually kind of want the land out of all of these.
There has to be an answer here.
Let's see. Let's go ahead and attack it. Are you running the Emperor? If you are, we can still sacrifice you before you kill it. Do this for 2. Gets rid of the Portrait of Michiko and the tokens. We'll pass the turn. We're just saving up the mana for Tend the Pests in case the opponent plays something that would exile Kura. The opponent has to activate this and hit Professor Onyx right now. Otherwise, we'd be able to use it soon for the bid minus. But that's not how I want to defeat the opponent. I want to actually do the combo. Alright, we'll grab Eyetwitch. Grab our Twitchy boy. Sedgemoor Witch and 2 Eyetwitches here. So, we actually do have the ability to do a lot of damage to the opponent next turn. Let's see. I could always sacrifice one of these, that way we can get a containment breach. We won't get the token for destroying this, but we'll be able to prevent them from being able to recur any of these cards. But I don't think any of those are too scary to us with our board state. I'm just looking for Plumb the Forbidden. If we get Plumb the Forbidden, we just win. That's a whiff. Alright. Well, in that case, we'll bring up the Woe-Eater. Opponent's really thinking if they want to stay in this or not. And they have scooped it up. Alright. I don't know how the opponent would have probably recovered from that, but I'll have to give them some credit. They're doing a more interesting version of enchantments, being white, blue, green instead of the red, white, green, or just white, green. But we didn't see what the blue was there for.
Thank you for watching the video. Please leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe for more content. If you'd like to join me while I stream, you can find me on Twitch, the link below. I hope to see you again in the next video, and have a nice one.